What made you call the police on your own daughter? My 17-year-old twins Kenzie and Irene were arguing over who got the car keys when a drunk driver jumped the median and hit us head-on. By the time the paramedics cut us from the wreckage, Kenzie was gone. After hours of surgery on Irene, the doctor said she'd recover physically. But watching Irene stare at her twins' empty bed that night, I knew something inside her had died too. The first few weeks blurred together with Irene sitting in Kenzie's room for hours. My husband would rub her back and tell her Kenzie was at peace. I kept making her favorite foods, but the plates always went untouched. She couldn't stop touching Kenzie's things long enough to eat them. Our grief therapist said twins had special bonds and Irene needed time. So we didn't worry when Irene started wearing Kenzie's clothes or styling her hair exactly like her sisters. We thought maybe this ritual was helping her feel connected. On the day they would have started senior year together, Irene showed up wearing Kenzie's backpack, saying she needed to carry it for her. An odd request, but my husband and I let it slide because what harm could one backpack do? A month later, Irene walked through the door with her hair dyed Kenzie's exact shade of auburn. She'd even gotten Kenzie's birthmark tattooed on her shoulder in the same spot. I forced myself to stay calm, my heart breaking from the desperate sight. The next few days spiraled out of control. Irene started introducing herself as Kenzie at coffee shops and signed up for Kenzie's dance classes. She did Kenzie's voice so perfectly it made me shiver. People who didn't know about the accident thought she really was Kenzie. My husband found her practicing Kenzie's handwriting for hours. When he asked why she snapped, "I need to get it perfect," he started working late to avoid dealing with it. Things got worse when she dropped out of her AP classes claiming they were wrong. She signed up for all of Kenzie's easier courses instead. Week after week, I watched her erase herself until one morning I couldn't take it anymore. One morning I finally said, "Irene, you can't become Kenzie." She screamed, "I'm not trying to become her. I am her. Irene's the one who died." The pain in her voice made me step back. "I'm here too," I whispered while she stared at herself in the mirror practicing Kenzie's smile. 2 weeks after my husband moved to his brother's, Irene started acting strange. She'd leave for hours and return with detailed notes about practice sessions. I found her journal filled with observations about girls who looked like Kenzie. Subject 3 has the right walk but wrong laugh, one entry read. At dinner, she excitedly told me about a girl at the mall. "She has Kenzie's exact eyes," Irene said, her own eyes glittering. I followed her for 2 hours learning her mannerisms. The breaking point came when our doorbell rang at midnight. A terrified college girl stood there with her parents, holding a stack of printed photos. The girl looked remarkably like Kenzie. Same auburn hair and green eyes. "Your daughter's been following me for weeks," the father said. Behind them, Irene appeared from the shadows still wearing Kenzie's clothes. "I wasn't ready yet," she hissed at me. The girl's mother showed me the photos Irene had taken. Hundreds of images from every angle, some taken through windows. Notes written on the backs analyzing facial features and body language. Everything accelerated into a nightmare. The parents threatened legal action while Irene screamed that they were ruining everything. She lunged at the girl yelling, "You're wearing her wrong." I had to physically hold Irene back. "I studied you," Irene shrieked. "Your laugh is perfect, but you walk wrong. I was going to fix you." The girl sobbed while her parents called the police. I watched my surviving daughter completely break from reality. She grabbed kitchen scissors and started cutting the girl's hair before her father pulled her away. "Kenzie would never have that haircut," Irene wailed. Through tears, I watched Irene try to force Kenzie's jacket onto the terrified girl. "This is hers. You have to wear it right," the girl's mother screamed. "She's insane." I dialed 911 while Irene ranted about soul swapping. Those minutes waiting for sirens felt like hours. When they finally arrived, they found Irene calmly explaining her transfer theory to the horrified family. "Once I perfect being Kenzie, we can switch back," she said reasonably. "Then Kenzie can live again through her body." The girl threw herself behind the officers while Irene begged her to understand. "Don't you want to help bring her back?" Even as they guided her into the ambulance. The girl's family filed a restraining order, and Irene's been hospitalized for 6 months now. Last time I visited, she introduced herself as Kenzie and asked when Irene's funeral was. She smiled, and for a moment I glimpsed my daughter underneath, until she mentioned another patient looked exactly like Kenzie and asked if I could bring her scissors.